We're going to look at the workflow approval process in SOLIDWORKS PDM Standard. We'll see how PDM enables us to control access to documents based on an electronic workflow. This enables us to streamline company procedures and processes, gives access to the data when it's needed, and enables approval control. It gives us the ability to automatically capture key approval information to write to the drawing boarder and automatically generate PDFs. We can use the electronic workflow to limit or grant access to files based on the electronic state that the file is in. So if we log in as the viewer, browse into the project that we're looking at today, we'll see that the folder is empty. We don't have access rights to the data in this folder. But if we now log in as an editor and browse into the same project, we can see that we do have access to this data, and we can see the state of the files that are a work in progress. We're happy with this design and need to get it signed off. We'll push this file through the electronic workflow by changing the state of the file. Let's submit this for check-in. We'll add some comments, which we can make mandatory, and then specify who we want to notify electronically, so that when they log into PDM, they will be notified that the file has changed state. And we want to change the state of all of these files in this assembly, so we'll select OK. These files have progressed from work in progress to pending check. And if we try and push the files further through the electronic workflow, we simply won't be able to. We have no rights to do that, so we're prevented from signing off on our own work. We'll now log in as the checker user to push these files through to the next stage in the electronic workflow. As soon as we log in, we receive a notification balloon that we can click on, and it's telling us what's changed. We can see that these files have changed state from a work in progress to pending check. We can now select any of these links or view the data card to look at the history. So we don't actually need to know where these files are within the PDM system. We can simply click on a folder link and it will automatically take us to that data, where we can then preview files and sign off data once we're happy with this. We can then go ahead and change the state of this file. Now we get the ability to push this back to work in progress via the editing required transition. Or we could say that this is checked and ready for approval. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, we'll add a comment and select who we're going to notify dynamically from a list of users. We'll transition all of the dataset and select OK to change the state of the file to pending approval. But what it will also do is it will capture who's checked the file. So it's got our initials there, the date it was checked, but we still don't have the approval information because the file is still pending approval. So finally, we'll log in as that approver. Again, we receive a notification balloon here, and if we click on it, we can see that the file has changed state as we expect, from pending check-in to pending approval. We can select one of the hyperlinks to take us to those files and then review the design. Once we're happy with it, we can sign it off. So if we now go ahead and change state again, we can reject the data to go back to the check-in stage, or we can approve it. Select OK on this change state for all of the files so they all get released, and we'll click OK. These files will now change state from pending approval to approved. What it will also do is capture all the information on the data card. So it's captured our initials, the date the file was approved, and it also stamps revision A in the history of the file. A PDF will automatically be generated for this file as well. And we can see that this has been generated. When we look at the preview of this, we can see that we have all the information in there. All of the drawing border has updated with the metadata from the data card. So all of this information can be pushed into a drawing border, which in turn updates the PDF file automatically, meaning we haven't even had to open the file to update our drawing.